I mean, look at this. They've charged them, the dealership charged them $2,084, and this car's still not fixed. Hey guys, welcome back. Hometown Auto Repair. We have a 2019 Honda Ridgeline in the shop today, and the customer says it's surging when we're going up a hill. This is a really nice vehicle. As you can see, it's just a 2019. Let's check it out, see what's going on. Okay, I'm getting ready to pull out on the road. This is a Honda Ridgeline that we are working on today, and it just come back from the dealer. And the customer is saying there's a hesitation when you take off or when you're driving down the road. Now I got it to do it just a second ago, and I'm going to try to catch it on camera. If you will look at the RPM gauge, you're going to watch, you're going to see a fluctuation. I think I know what's wrong with this car already from experience, but there it is. Watch the RPM go up and down. There it is. There's the judder right there. I can feel the car. You can see the RPM. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what's going on. I need to read a little bit just to be sure. But there is a TSB for this issue, which is a technical service bulletin. For you all that don't know what that is, it's when a manufacturer has a common issue in several of their cars, like the same problem in, say, so many Honda Accords, they have the same exact issue, they'll put out a technical service bulletin, and there is one for this issue. I think it's called a Judder. But I'm pulling back up to the shop now, and you can see how busy I am. All these cars. Okay, it picked up the VIN. And let's scan all the modules. Okay, it don't look like we have any codes except for in the TPMS, which is the tire pressure monitoring system. I'm not really worried about that. The PGM is the ECM on Hondas. Let's just double check. Let's see if we have anything at all. Fault code. No trouble codes. I want to go to the transmission. No fault codes. Guess I want to try to go into generic, see if we got anything in there. Alright, there's no fault codes on the OBD2 generic side. So let's go to the TSBs and see what we can find. Now there's actually not a TSB for the 2019, but this one has the same transmission. The 2017, and I think that they just haven't caught up with the TSB yet, or they haven't seen enough of them malfunction, and they ain't put a technical service bulletin out. But long story short, a judder from the torque converter lockup clutch may be felt while driving between 20 and 60. This problem is typically diagnosed as a bad converter. Honda investigated the judder and found that the torque converter was not causing the judder. The judder is caused by deterioration of transmission fluid. And it basically goes on to say there are two bulletins. The first one, you can basically try to do a software update. If that don't work, flush the transmission. And then here's the repair procedure on what to do. You start the engine, hold it at 3,000 RPM till the fan comes on. You drain it, you run it through all of its gears, then you drain it, and you basically do that 3 times. And you're supposed to do a software update also to prevent it from happening again. So that's basically the fix for this. And I'm going to call the customer, see what they want to do. They may not even want to do it, but if they do, we'll make a video of the drain and fill 3 times, and then we'll redrive it. We'll just go from there. I mean, look at this. They've charged them, the dealership charged them $2,084, and this car's still not fixed. I mean, who does that? Let's see what all they've done. It looks like a safety recall was under warranty. Hesitate going uphill. They charged a diag for that. Right here for the hesitation. That's kind of what he was saying we're having. Multi-point inspection. I guess they done that for free. Drivability concern. Hesitation on acceleration. They did an oil change, washer drain, some kind of oil conditioning, valve R&R, remove and replace spool. Some kind of valve spool replace. Let's see, they did a safety recall, another safety recall. But that's insane. $2,000, and he had to bring it to me because it's not fixed. I'm not saying I can fix it. I mean, if I can't, I'll tell him I can't, but why would you charge someone $2,000 and it still does the same thing? I mean, that's crazy. I sure don't do that at my shop. All right, I just talked to the customer. They want to do it, so I'm gonna get the transmission fluid and we're gonna fix this Ridgeline that the dealer could not fix. Okay, we're back on the Honda. We have the transmission fluid is right there, and we are going to do a transmission flush on this thing and get rid of that judder. So I've already checked the transmission fluid, the level. Let me show you. Here's the dipstick. I got it out. Let me stick it in. It seems a little bit low, but of course the transmission's, well, maybe not. Maybe not. As long as the holes have been submerged. You got to make sure it's all the way heated up and you've run it through all the gears. They want you to make sure the fans cycle on and off. So let's raise it up and drain it. Okay, we're raising it up. Okay, right here's the drain. Just make sure before you do this, you've run it through all the gears and you've gotten everything up to temperature as warm as it can get. You're gonna need a 3/8 ratchet to break it loose. And what I like to put is something to measure how much fluid comes out. And that way we know how much to put back in. See, it's draining. I think the OEM direction says 3.3 quarts every time you drain it. We'll see how accurate that is. I just want to be extra careful. Okay, it looks like we got just under 4 quarts. I don't know if you can see that. And so I'll put the drain plug back in and let's fill it back up with, I'm gonna put about 3.5 each time. We'll level it off after we drive it because it says 3.3 in the manual. We're getting 4 quarts out. I'm gonna go somewhere in the middle. You probably need a really long funnel like this because that thing is way down in there. Hopefully I can get this in there. Darn it. I'm going to take this off so I can fit this in there. I just did a timing belt on one of these engines. I have a video of it if you look in my video bank on YouTube. It's pretty straightforward. I think this is, yeah, the 3.5. Okay, let's see if we can fit that back down in there. That hole is right down there. Okay, after you get done filling it up, you have to drive it in between each fill up so that the car shifts through all of its gears. And then once you do that, drive it for about 5 minutes, put it on the rack, drain it again, and then just do that 3 times, because you can't just run it through the gears on the rack. OEM service information says you can do something called I call it a dead rabbit. That's where you run the wheels while they're spinning on the rack, but I don't really like doing that. I'd rather just drive it. That way the transmission fluid gets circulated. So anyway, I'm going to drive it and come back and drain and fill it again and do that 3 times. The key is to getting that transmission fluid hot and circulated and drained out. That's the key to it. All right, I just filled the last bit up, so it's 3 flushes. Let's take it for a test drive and see how it does. This is always the part that makes you nervous. All right, here we go. Pulling out of the parking lot. And we want to make sure we pay attention to this. Make sure it doesn't do like a judder around 20 to 60 mile an hour. Pulling out. So far, so good. Not moving up and down like it was. That's great. I'm going to drive it a little bit just to make sure. What the heck? People are honking. This car, if you don't have both hands on the wheel, the steering wheel shakes. I can't stand that stuff. I don't know why they put that on these new cars. I don't know. They want to make everything so complicated. All you gotta do is just drive the car. It's not complicated. But they want to, now, because I'm holding this camera, act like it juddered a little bit. Let me drive it a little while, just make sure. Alright guys, this thing is totally fixed. I've been driving it. There's absolutely no judder at all. I'm so happy. So if you ever have this problem, I would suggest doing what I did on this video. There's other videos on YouTube about this. Hopefully this helped you out. Thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos. I got all kinds of different stuff that may help you out. And like, subscribe if you liked it, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.